What's up, guys? Nick Porter here again. And if you already got started, I congratulate you. And if you're still, thinking about it, I just want to show you, a long-term plan for how this thing can really, take off. But for me, when I got started on this thing, I looked at all my friends going to college. So I wanted to know, what is this compared to college? What am I gonna gain from this as opposed to college? Obviously, you can do both or neither, but I just wanted to know, what's going on. So I looked online. I got some statistics offline. Okay, UGA 1 year. I kind of got all different kinds of colleges. Okay, UGA 1 year is $28,000. Okay, Georgia State 1 year is $27,000. This is everything. Okay, Emory is $43,000. And then if you're like me, going to a regular college, GPC, which is Georgia Perimeter College, is $4,000 a year. Okay, so most people nowadays do not get a 4-year degree. They get a 5-year degree. Most people, or it takes them 5 years to complete that 4-year degree. Okay, so I did that at time 5. UGA is $140,000 after 5 years. Georgia State University is $135,000 after 5 years. Emory is $215,000 after 5 years, and then Georgia Perimeter College, which would have been me, is $20,000 after 5 years in school. Okay, so that's money that most people don't have. Okay, and for me, I looked at that. I was like, dude, people go to college, or people go to college to get a job, to pay for college. Does that make sense? Like that for me, that didn't click in my mind at all. That just didn't make any sense. That's just a lifelong thing. I've met 40, 50-year-old people still paying back their student loans because they went to UGA or whatever. So I want to sound different. So anyway, then I looked at the pluses and the minuses of going to college and getting a degree and all that stuff. But what I learned is it's not really what you know; it's about who you know. I learned from a very successful person. Me and Jay actually sat down with him, making way over 6 figures, not in network marketing and something else, just very successful. I actually hire people for a living to do different jobs. And he said when people come to him with an application, they say they hand the application, or not their application, their diploma. They hand the diploma. He puts it aside and says, "Now tell me what you really know." So obviously something like that, it just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I looked at what you can get, when you graduate from college. Worst case scenario, you graduate from college with that 4-year degree. I was thinking, well, what do you think? $20,000 a year, $40,000 a year, minimum? No. When you get a degree, the minimum you can make, the worst possible thing, is $0. Working $725, whatever, $0 in salary payment. I have a cousin who's 30, still trying to get a salary paying job, has 2 degrees from Arizona State University. My neighbor next door, all know about him, 24 years old, bachelor in Georgia Tech, works 3 part-time jobs. So I looked at the average starting salary for a college graduate is $28,000 a year. Okay, the average is $28,000 a year. I don't know if you guys realize this, but in America, that's called poverty. $28,000 a year is poverty. That's a $5,000 car that's already paid off. That's like a 2001. Okay, that's living in an apartment if you can afford it, or at home with your parents. Like $28,000 a year is not a whole lot of money. So I wanted something different. And if you're lucky, I think my highest paid friend that has a 4-year or 5-year degree or whatever is making about $35,000 working at a bank, clocking in every day, counting someone else's money. So working at a bank, $35,000 if you're lucky. That's one friend. Highest paid friend, $35,000 a year. That's poverty. Okay, so I looked at that. I was like, damn, now I want to know what it is compared to vemma. Okay, so I looked at vemma. Okay, vemma, it is about, we'll round up, about $600 to get started, $560 plus tax shipping. We'll just give it $600, okay, for the benefit of the doubt. Okay, $600 plus the $160 every month. So your first year, you're going to pay $2,360 to vemma. That's half of what you'd pay to go to GPC. Okay, then the next 5 years, the total of 5 years, you're going to spend $10,040 in vemma, and that's if you never get any customers that make your product free. You have to keep in mind, you can make that free if you want to, or you can just pay it. I just pay it because I make so much money, I don't really care. I just pay it. Okay, so $10,040 5 years of vemma. Okay, when at Georgia Perimeter, you would have spent $20,000. At Emory, you spent $250,000. Georgia State, $135,000. UGA, $140,000 to go play the job market. Okay, like the lottery of the job market. Okay, then you got this $10,040 after 5 years. Okay, that's not a whole lot of money. $2,000, that's nothing. Okay, then I looked at the return. Okay, so let's say you suck. Like you're terrible at vemma. Okay, in 1 whole year, you only get 5 people. Just 5 people. That's it. 1 year. 5 people. And that's terrible. You see more than 5 people in 15 seconds. Okay, 5 people is terrible. Let's say you get that in 1 year. Okay, the first year you have 5 people. The second year you get 25 people. Okay, then the third year, or the second year, my bad. The second year, those 5 that you got go and get 5 each. Just 5 each. They all suck too. They only get 5. And you don't get any more. You're terrible. You only get 5. You don't ever get anyone else again. And those 5 get 5. Now you got 25. Okay, then let's say now the third year, those 5 get 5. Only 5 people. Everyone sucks. You're only getting 5 a year, and no one is getting one after they get their first 5. No one's ever getting one again, which never happens, by the way. You're only 125. Then the fourth year, those 5 get 5. Now you're at 625. That's once again if everyone sucks. Okay, then those 625 go and get 5 each. That's 3,125 people in your network. Okay, after 5 years. That's if everyone sucks. If you do terrible, you're 3,125 people, you have 3,112 people in your network. Okay, so for me, I wanted to know, how much money I was making at that point. Okay, the first point, 5 people, you're making $20. 25 people in your network, you're making $300. 125 people, you're making $2,000. 625 people, you're making $6,500. And 3,125 people, you're making $50,000. So I looked at that compared to school. So I was like, okay, the average starting salary is $28,000 a year if you get a 4 or 5 year degree. Then I said, vemma is $50,000 a year after 5 years. But then here's what I found out. That's monthly, okay? You're making $50,000 a month after 5 years if everyone sucks. Okay, then you have people like Jed who will do that in 3 to 4 years. You have people like Alex who already done it in 3. Brad who did it in 4. Like people do it quicker and quicker and quicker. This is just if you suck. If you suck, you get that. Okay, so I look at that. I realized it was a no-brainer, man. 5 years, so you're making $50,000 a month. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think I could live off $50,000 a month. I think I could manage to do that. Maybe have a nice car or whatever. But $50,000 a month, man, that's something that most people will never ever attain in their life. If you work at this thing for 5 years, you don't give up. The only way to fail in vemma is if you quit or you do nothing at all. If you do a little something for a long period of time, it's going to pay off and pay off, pay off. That's how network marketing works. It's exponential growth. Okay, one of my personal mentors in this thing took him 14 months to hit diamond. Okay, 14 months he hit diamond. By month 17, now he's an executive in the company. Okay, executive in the company making $6,000 a month. That's a lot of money for a 21-year-old kid who's been doing it less than 2 years. Okay, so it's not about how fast it happens, it's that it does happen if you don't give up. Okay, so I looked at that, instantly became a no-brainer for me, and then I got started immediately. So with that, you see it, there's the numbers right there, $50,000 a month, okay, and after 5 years. So imagine if you could do this. Let's say you do this in 3 months. Okay, get 5 people in 3 months. I think everyone could do that. Then those 5 get 5 in 3 months. Now, 15 months down the road, you're making $50,000 a month. You can do it fast as you want. Does that make sense? So that's a 5-year plan. So get started. And with that, we're going to go over a little training. So thank you, man. Have a great day.